Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to get right into the weekly reading for the sign of Pisces. Alright, Pisces, you're up. Just see what kind of romance angel messages we have for you this week. And then we're going to get right into your animal spirits and your forecast for the week. Alright, guys, so let's get right into it. See what our lovely Pisces is going through January 19th to the 25th, starting tomorrow. Alright, straight out Pisces, we have playfulness, so that's nice. You deserve love. And we have true love, nice. Really nice sort of positive energy in the area of our personal relationships, certainly. Let's get into your animal spirits for the week and see what they hold for you. Your animal spirits can be people that you may be dealing with and their personality traits or characteristics. You can be tapping into certain energies represented by the animal spirits or going into a certain stage in your life. So whatever the case may be, just let it, you know, if it applies to you, great. If not, just let it go if it isn't for you. All right, straight out we have the cheetah. Ah, Pisces, I love the cheetah. Fire energy, the beaver, water energy, very nice. And the panther, more fire energy. Wow, these are some strong animal spirits, Pisces. Let's get right into it. The cheetah. Cheetah is a very strong, masculine animal spirit. It's associated with solar power. The cheetah has an extreme sort of intensity with regard to following its purpose in life. It has, you know, an idea about itself, what it can achieve, and it knows it so completely. Its ambition and its desire to move forward towards this purpose is unmatched. And these are really generally individuals that when you come in contact with them, they're extremely awe-inspiring. They're very inspirational. These are people who always achieve what they set out to do. This can be certainly someone, if you meet someone who's resonating with cheetah energy, you will absolutely know it. This is not someone who sort of just talks about their ideas, you know. You can see them always working towards it. You can see them accomplishing it. Over the years, if you meet up with somebody like this, they generally will only increase their level of accomplishment and manifestation in their lives. And this is a rare person to come across, certainly a rare energy. It can also be an energy that you're beginning to resonate with in your own life, Pisces, in terms of tapping into that. You may be feeling like you have a strong sense of purpose right now, and everything is working towards that, and you are actually accomplishing it because of your intention. It's very strong, very confident energy. Now the beaver is water energy. The beaver is associated with being very sort of goal-orientated, right? The beaver is also sort of one of these creatures that will work tirelessly towards a goal. And in this case, the goal is to provide a stable home life, a stable emotional life for itself and for its family. The beaver is very practical in a lot of ways, but also in a lot of ways always towards a sense of nurturing and stability, right? The beaver builds its home in water. It builds dams, and this is where it lives with its family. And so its ultimate objective is to be as nurturing and supportive and stable to its family that it can be. And it really works on a regular basis to do that. An example is someone who may be having maybe, you know, a single parent who has several children to take care of, you know, and they work tirelessly, but they always provide this very safe and healthy emotional home life for these children. And part of it is the amount of work that they put into ensuring that, you know, maybe working multiple jobs, you know, and going without, or just working tirelessly and always being available. This is the kind of energy we're talking about. It's very, very nice indeed. Now, the panther is fire energy, and the panther is associated with chaos an annihilation of the old and things that are in our lives that we no longer need, right? Panther energy is fire element, but it is one of these energies that generally can indicate an event coming into our life or an energy coming into our life of chaos. All of a sudden, everything is disrupted. Everything seems to be thrown up in the air. But oftentimes when this energy comes in, when everything has settled and the dust has settled, you find yourself in a position that's much better than you were at before. You find yourself having cleared out a lot of unnecessary ties or unnecessary sort of either energies, objects, or ties, or, you know, connections in your life that you no longer need. You may, you know, have moved and suddenly find yourself in a place in life where more options are open to you. It's just a necessary chaos that kind of shakes you up and gets the ball rolling for your life again. You may have been finding yourself feeling very stagnated, or you may have been stagnated and not even realize it. But in any case, this event comes in and really sort of shakes things up and get things going again. All right, guys, let's pull out your spreads for the week. These spreads are intended to be for separate Pisces, so you may or may not resonate with all or just one of them, and that's fine. Let's just see. What Pisces, what kind of week Pisces is having January 19th to the 25th. All right, Pisces, straight out you have 9 of Pentacles. She's been showing up everywhere. 6 of Swords and 5 of Cups. All right, so some of you are coming into this week. You're feeling very sort of independent and successful, right? 9 of Pentacles indicates a time in your life where rewards are coming in. You're feeling very successful. You've put a lot of hard work into something, and now you are really sort of getting all of the fruits of your labor coming in, right? You're financially stable. You've certainly come to a level in your career, if this is regarding career and business, you've come to a level of really being considered a master in your field in a lot of ways. And this is very nice. And oftentimes, though, 9 of Pentacles, like I always say, 9s are associated with hermit energy. And this individual, including you, Pisces, resonating with this, it could also be, though, that you're feeling a little alienated from others. You may be feeling like you haven't had enough time in your life for relationships or friendships, right? And you may be feeling like now is the time that you want to do that. You're coming into this week with a 6 of Swords energy. And I think that for some of you, you may indeed be moving. This week you may be moving to another city or state. You may be moving, you just may be moving houses. But in any case, you're coming away from a particular environment or social group, and you're kind of moving towards a level of engagement, or you're moving to an environment in some way that is more conducive to harmony for you, that is more in line with who you are. And so sometimes this can be a physical move, but this can just also sometimes be a decision to sort of begin to sort of leave a particular social circle. Maybe you've been dealing with people around you who are very negative, and you've decided enough's enough, and you want to sort of change your life and change the type of people you're engaging with. So you start to move away from certain people. You start to move away from a certain circle or a certain social group. It could be that some of you are moving jobs, right? Because a particular job has been very unhappy for you, and now's the time for you to sort of move on. In any case, the 6 of Swords indicates this, right? It indicates an intentional journey that we take in some form or another to move towards more harmonious environment. However, you round the week off with a 5 of Cups, and that's a real feeling of mourning. And it could be that some of you are indeed moving, and this moving also may be cutting ties with a past relationship that was painful. And so this is like your last little bit of mourning that stage, or saying goodbye to that, because you do round the week off still thinking about a past pain in your life. And I think that that is just brought on by the fact that some of you are indeed leaving and moving, and it's kind of like, you know, it's really over, right? And so you're just having the last little bit sort of heart pangs perhaps, or last little bit of thinking about the relationship or about what fell apart, you know, and could have been one of the reasons why you are moving, right? But it feels like a very sort of healing moment, like you're saying goodbye to it all. King of Pentacles, Emperor energy, and we have the Page of Wands. I'll read reversals. King of Pentacles, interesting. So you're coming into this week, again, some of you Pisces are extremely successful. Now, King of Pentacles is somebody who's really reached a certain level of achievement. Generally, you are going to be the boss. You have a lot of abundance under your lap, under your belt. You certainly oftentimes can indicate that this is a person who may be a benefactor to others. You may be a mentor to others. You're the king of manifesting sort of your career goals and business goals. And some of you are coming in with this energy. You're meeting an emperor this week. And it's quite interesting. It could be that some of you are sort of meeting your match in a work environment or in a... I'm going to say it's, yeah, it feels very much like a work or a mutual sort of platform that you're at. Some of you are very high-powered Pisces. It could be a meeting. You know, you may already be at a very high level, and this week you're coming in to sort of meet the owner. You may be working, you may be at a very high level in a company, and now this week you're meeting sort of the head honcho, the one who began the company, the owner, the chair of the board, the director of the board, right, or what have you, the head of the board, whatever the case may be. But you're certainly coming into a very high-powered meeting this week. And I think it's going to be almost like a very, very interesting sort of merger, almost a coming together of minds. This is going to really send you into a stratosphere when it comes to your career and your financial gain. This is a very specific reading for a Pisces out there who happens to be watching this video, who is extremely, who is about to have a very profound meeting at a very high level in their career. With someone, and you come out this week with a Page of Wands, which is an extra sense of idealism. You are ready to start this new path. And even for somebody like you who's used to having manifested a lot of your sort of goals, this new path definitely is one in which you may have been a bit apprehensive. You may have had a little anxiety, but you're overcoming your fear. And this is definitely going to be something that you feel passionate about, you feel idealistic about. This feels like it could even be a recruitment that somebody has held, in the sense that you may have been headhunted by this Emperor individual. Because the Emperor itself is going to be somebody who is certainly in charge, but a real sort of, I want to say, you know, if you're an entrepreneur, this person is sort of a huge entrepreneur, the one who sort of invests in other entrepreneurs, right? This is the emperor of it all, someone who's also very sort of methodical, who has been around for quite some time, who has built a huge power base, right? And so this is definitely a resonating up, a leveling up for you, Pisces, but it is definitely also taking you down a path that is full of creativity, and that does require a certain amount of courage on your part, but you certainly feel very strongly about it by the end of the week with this Page of Wands, and you're certainly overcoming any fear you may have had at the beginning of the week. Judgment, Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. Wow. Okay, so Judgment comes in for some of you this week, in a sense that Judgment is all about really sort of forgiveness, right? It's about facing up to our own sort of guilt and hypercriticism we may have over ourselves. And it's a feeling of wanting to reconcile. It's a feeling sometimes of wanting to go back and maybe revisit an event or a union that fell apart, or perhaps bridges that need to be mended, because now you've begun to understand something about a situation, you've begun to see it from a different point of view, and so you are feeling yourself in a sort of forgiving and learning mode, in a reconciliatory mode. So this is the feeling that you have this week, and you're certainly letting go of any self-doubt as well. It could very well be that this could also be for you sort of letting go of any guilt that you've been holding on to for quite some time. This doesn't necessarily have to be that you're reconciling with anybody else, but it could be that you're kind of having gone through a healing period where you realize that you've been cutting yourself off from a lot in life because of your own guilt. And you've been perhaps a little bit too hard on yourself, you know. You kind of forgive yourself in a way, and show yourself some compassion. I say this because some of you come into the week realizing that you deserve love as a result of this freedom that you're going through, this letting go. You realize that you deserve love, and in comes love. You're met with an Ace of Cups, and some of you, it's almost as if you have been working on this and you have now manifested this in your life. You have pulled this into your life, or you have certainly acted on the laws of attraction, which is, you know, forgiving yourself and feeling attractive, and knowing that you deserve love brings in people who love you, right? Because they definitely feel that energy. And in a lot of ways, this is really beautiful, Pisces. By the end of the week, you have really cemented or come to completion somewhere. This could have been going on for quite some time, this new love interest, but this week is the week where it all kind of comes together. Perhaps you take a higher level of commitment with this person, right? It is a weekly reading, but sometimes, you know, certain scenarios in the week, they're pretty heavy scenarios, and they can't possibly just only begin and end during that week. It can very well be that these energies have been at play for quite some time. You've been working on this judgment of yourself and releasing this judgment, perhaps, obviously, for quite some time, and then pulled in this new love connection. This love connection may have happened maybe a little while ago, but this week is the week where you certainly come to a completion, or certainly you understand that this relationship is the one that you want. It's true love, right? It's beautiful. It starts off with an opportunity, and this is not to say that it's the first one that comes in for you. You're going to have to discern which one it is. You know, sometimes when I say this, people think, well, is it this relationship I'm in, or this next one that I'm about to get? You may have multiple people coming into you, right? You may have multiple sort of dates, or multiple suitors, or multiple crushes, or, you know, it may not just be the one person who comes in, but you'll always know who this Ace of Cups is when it's true love, because you know what true love really is, right? And it certainly is something that goes to a point of completion here, in the sense that this person is going to be matching your level of engagement. You're not going to have to drag them in. You're not going to be doubtful. It's not going to be vague. You know, when we talk about these type of scenarios, we're talking about these scenarios where both people are just as equally invested, and you know this. If ever when you're doubting these type of situations, then this is not what that situation is, because you shouldn't be doubting, certainly when you're at the Ten of Cups with someone. There is no doubt, there is no guessing if this person is going to come back. And that's oftentimes just a sign of sort of a relationship that's not fitting into this interpretation. This is definitely a mutual bond and mutual level of sort of commitment, and it's really, really nice. All right, Pisces, this is your reading, January 19th to the 25th. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to hit the bell for notification, because I do premiere all my videos. Check out your other readings in the description. But for right now, Pisces, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week for your weekly. Bye-bye now.